Hi, Joan. How's it going?
Hi, I'm good. How are you today?
I'm doing all right. How are you doing with the weather?
Ugh, I hate it.
Yeah.
It's messing everything up. It's slowing everything down.
Ooh.
It's in my way, but that's okay.
You don't want to get in Joan's way.
No, it's okay. We got the salt. We got the driveway salted and ready to go. Keeping it plowed so it doesn't get too icy.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
So our last session, we talked about a whole lot of stuff. We talked about your physical symptoms.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about your relationship with your family. We talked about your relationships at work. We talked about how there's a whole lot of stress going on. We talked about wanting things to be the way they need to be.
Mm-hmm.
And the nervousness that if you don't control things that they're going to spiral out of control.
Yes.
The death by pizza.
Yes.
So I wanted to start out because at the end of our session, there seemed to be a lot of uncertainty as to where to go, what we're dealing with, what steps you can take. So I want to start off, if you have any questions for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like I didn't bring any questions today. Was I supposed to? I did not plan any.
No?
Okay.
You don't need to ask me any questions.
All right, because I didn't plan any.
All right. Is that a common thread of spontaneity being kind of an uncomfortable situation?
I mean, I plan things a lot, and I just didn't know I was supposed to come with questions. If I'm supposed to bring questions, I'll make sure I bring questions.
I'll make sure not to spring questions on you.
Okay, unless that's what we're supposed to do, and then I'll do
No.
it. Okay.
We're supposed to do what you are comfortable with doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I can do questions, I just need to know I need to do questions.
We can make sure that I'll have my secretary send you a itinerary of questions.
Okay. Okay.
I don't foresee that being a problem.
Okay.
All right. So I want to talk about our goals because last time ended with us not having the most concrete goals, but having things that we want to work on. So what do you see as the most important thing that you want to address right now?
I think the thing, well, it's such a hard question. The thing that, I'm here because my doctor told me to be here because I've been having these pains in my chest and I've been having a hard time sleeping. But after we talked last time, it seems to be like that's not the thing. Like the thing is the things that are causing that. And of all the things, I think that my relationship with my daughters is what stresses me out the most. Like that's what, if I had to pick one thing that I'd like to really work on, that would be the thing I'd like to work on the most.
The stress around your daughter's relationship or your daughter's relationship?
That sounded like you said the same thing twice. My relationship with my daughters, and that
Yes.
they seem to they're just growing up and they seem to be so annoyed with me all the time, and I don't want that. I want us to have a good relationship, and that's what, that's the thing that makes me the saddest of all of the stuff. Everything that stresses me out, that's the thing that makes me the saddest.
Mm-hmm. So we want to focus on your relationships, specifically your relationships with your daughters.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So how do you feel about addressing this goal? How do you feel right now about how things are going with your daughters? Have you started looking at anything? Have you talked to them about your relationship yet?
Well, no, I haven't. Not since I've been in, I have not talked to them about it. I've thought about it a lot in that, I just don't really know. It's, work is work, and then my husband is my husband. And I think that those things, though they're stressful and annoying and they're not always going the way I want them to go, like those are fine. Like my husband and I picked each other and we're fine. And my job is stressful all the time, but that's the job, right? It's stressful. But my daughters, like we didn't pick each other, they happened. And I want them to be good, and they're changing. Like they're changing all the time. Like they're teenagers now, and it's hard for me to tell what is normal teenage like stuff and what is like, because sometimes teenagers are teenagers and then they stop being teenagers and then everything's fine, and sometimes they're teenagers and then they hate their parents and then they hate them forever. And I don't want that. Like I want us to have a good relationship. Like I'm not super close with my mom. It's not bad, but like I want a better relationship with my daughters. I want that.
You want a better relationship with your daughters than you want with your mom.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about your relationship with your mom real quick?
I mean, there's not a lot to talk about. She was just really distant and not overly involved. And like, I feel myself doing the exact same thing, which makes sense because like everyone says that you become your parents. It seems like you can't avoid it. But I just feel like since I have to be here because I have to be here because otherwise my chest is clearly going to explode. That's what, like, then why don't we do that? Like, that seems like a good thing to do.
Focusing on the relationship with your kids, and it feels like it's sliding into the relationship that you had with your own mother.
Well, I just feel like I'm acting like it's becoming, they say that I'm not available and my mom was distant and not available, so that's the same thing. And so, yeah, I feel like it seems like it must be the same thing. Yeah.
So it sounds like they're saying that it's similar. How do you feel about your relationship?
I feel like it doesn't feel the same to me, but the words are the same, and so I feel like it must be. Like my mom was just distant, like she just didn't seem to care very much. She wasn't like just emotionally very available, but she wasn't like working like me. Like that's not like what ladies did back then. Like my dad did all of the work and my mom kept the house. She just wasn't super like warm and fuzzy. Like she just wasn't that in and stuff. And I feel like, I mean, I might be that way if I possibly could have the time. Like, I don't feel like that's who I am. Like, I don't think it's my choice. I just think that that's what it is. And so I think it could be different if it was different. It just isn't. Like, she is the way she is, and I am the way I am because of the way things are. Does that make sense?
She is the way that she is because that's integral to who she is. You are the way you are in reaction to the environment. You are adapting to your situation appropriately.
Yeah, like if I had more time, like if I wasn't just always doing work and like always having to fix everything at the house, like that's a big difference between like I did not marry my father. Like my father was controlling and like ran everything ship shape and everything had to be his way. My husband is not like that at all. Like he is very nice and like he tries to help with everything. Like he messes it all up, but like he at least is trying and like, and you know, he works really hard and everything. Like he does all the stuff, but he just like, he picks up the wrong thing. Like he's not great at it, but he like my dad, like everything was just the way my dad wanted and that was what it was. And so you couldn't even tell if he did it right or wrong because it just was the way it was. So that's just, yeah. So I did not marry my dad. That's different. So yeah, I think that we're different, but somehow it's still turning out the same, which what's up with that?
It sounds like you have a lot of worry and a lot of stress around falling into the same trap as your parent, specifically your mother. And I'm hearing a lot of stuff about your father, about the control and things being done the right way. He sounds, you didn't say emotionally distant, but he sounds like a guy that gets stuff done.
Well, he just wasn't around. Like he worked all the time. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, that's just like, that's what it was back then. Like dad worked, mom was home, but she just wasn't like, yeah.
So dad wasn't around, so his distance was due to environment, and then your mother was due to who she internally is.
Yeah.
Your daughters are saying that you're distant, but this is because it's basically the role your father had. You're working.
Yeah.
You're getting stuff done. You're getting stuff done, not just done, but you're getting stuff done right.
Yeah.
Is it fair to say that your father was the reason things got done correctly in the house?
Yeah, I would definitely. Well, not in the house. I mean, my mom took care of all that. Like, mom was, I mean, but she did things the way my dad wanted. Like, but,
So your dad kind of delegated the house stuff to your mother, but it was your dad's design.
Yeah, probably. I think, yeah. I was a kid.
Yeah.
I wasn't overly paying attention.
It sounds like you were very perceptive about the workings of your house. Most people don't have this kind of strong concept of what was the family dynamics, especially when they're kids. I think you're doing a great job of understanding what's going on in the family.
Thank you.
It seems like your family dynamic was your dad got stuff done at work and then delegated responsibility of what happens in the house to your mother.
Yes.
And in your situation, you get stuff done at work and then you come home and you also get stuff done in the house.
Yes.
That sounds very overwhelming.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is why there isn't a lot of time, which is why I'm not there as much as I need to be, and my kids are letting me know about it.
It sounds like how do you feel about your role in the family as getting all this stuff done in the house and having to do the emotional labor of taking care of the kids?
I mean, it's obviously too much because I'm feeling it. Like, I'm not understanding it completely, but that's what I've been told, and so it's clearly too much. And it is, I mean, it is all the time, like, it's all the time. And so, yeah, and even though I'm doing it all the time, it's not enough because because it's still coming out like my mom. And so I don't want my daughters to, like, I want to have a good relationship with them. And so, yes, like, so yeah, I don't think it's good, and I don't like it, and I want it to be different.
Stress works not dissimilarly to how muscles work. So stress is actually extremely beneficial in the short term. If you think about it as the way of you exert stress on your muscles, you exert a certain amount of stress, the muscles break down, and then you give it time to breathe, and the muscles build themselves back, and that's how muscles grow. The same thing happens with stress. Stress kind of breaks you down in the short term, and then given time to rest, you get built back up. It sounds like you're not giving your stress time to rest the same way it would happen with muscles. One of the mistakes people make when they're working out is they just go and go and go and go. They don't give their muscles time to rest, it never builds up, and then they just accumulate damage. You seem to be doing the same thing in your life. It doesn't sound like there's a lot of time to let your stress muscles heal up. Because it's work where you get stressed, and then you come home, and then you get stressed, and then there's no recovery time. And it seems to be playing out in a lot of different areas. Does that sound accurate?
It makes sense. So yes.
It makes sense, but how does it feel to you?
I'm not sure. But I mean, it makes sense. Like, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
You're just saying I'm too stressed, and I'm not being not stressed ever.
Yes, just not time to recover from the stress. Because having stress is not bad. It's really not bad for your body. It's not bad for your brain. But not having time to recover, that's what's bad for you.
Okay.
we need to find you some time to recover, and maybe that can be time with your kids. So like when you're with your kids, are you in relaxing mode or are you in getting stuff done mode?
I'm not in relaxing mode
Mm.
because I'm never in relaxing mode.
Mm. So how can we take you from not in relaxing mode to relaxing mode? Can you think of times when you feel relaxed? Like a lot of people think of like sitting at the beach, margarita.
I guess I just feel like there isn't any time. Like, I think that's what we were talking about last time, is that there just isn't time for it. And so that's what would fix it, is if there was more time.
If there was more time.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way we can delegate the way that your parents delegated responsibilities so that you can get some time?
Maybe I don't. I mean, that sounds like. I mean, yes, that sounds like it would. That sounds like it would work, but it feels like it won't work. But it seems like I don't know how else to make more. Like, you can't make more time. So maybe.
So it sounds logically like it works, but intuitively and emotionally, it does not sound like it would work.
Yes, it sounds like it would work, but it doesn't feel like it will work.
That's interesting. Usually when there's a disconnection between what our brain's thinking, what our heart's thinking, there's something going on. Do you often find times, because you strike me as someone that's very logic and reason oriented, someone who's very like, do things make sense? Like that seems to be your big focus. Are there a lot of areas where what logically makes sense and what intuitively makes sense just don't match up?
I mean, like it just, if you like it makes sense logically. It just, I don't think it's gonna work, because I tell my kids to do stuff and they don't do stuff, and I tell my husband to do stuff and he does it wrong. So like, yeah, I can delegate, but then I don't think it'll get done right. So then, like, I think that's how I ended up doing everything to begin with. So I'm not sure how to fix that.
So all of this stuff needs to get done, and we need to find time for you to recover.
Right. So yes, like if other people were doing some of the stuff, that would definitely, I think, make more time. But then they just have to do it, and that's what I'm not convinced will work.
Have you talked to your family about getting some support?
Since last time?
Or at any time?
I mean, yeah, like my kids have chores, they just don't get them done, and my husband says he'll do stuff, but then he just doesn't do it right. So then I end up having to redo it anyway. So like, I mean, we haven't talked about it like specifically recently, but I just feel like it happens like all the time. Does that make sense? Like,
yeah, it seems like a long-standing problem.
yeah.
Can you think of times when you've tried to address, have you tried to address the problem before, or do you just go straight to, well, I'll just get it done?
I usually just fix it myself, because that's just the quickest way to fix things.
Do you think your family knows how much this extra labor is taking a toll on you?
I don't know.
What feelings come up when you think of like talking to them about this, talking to them about how much you need a break, you need some time to recover, you need help around the house to get that done?
That sounds awful.
Yeah. Going back to your parents' relationship, can you think of any time what was their communicative style between your mother and your father? Like if you could think of like any sort of like a fight or a conflict that went on, like how did they deal with that?
actually, I don't remember them fighting very much. Like, I didn't,
Mm.
like, my dad just said what needed to get done and then my mom did it. And I mean, we just did it. Not just my mom, me too. Like, we did it. Like, I did the stuff and then, like, he just wasn't around a lot. Like, I just always wanted to get it right. Like, I always want to do things right. My daughters don't share that desire.
So kind of the communication style of your parents is kind of reasserting itself of, you don't talk about it, you just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So instead of talking to your family about it, you just do it because that's just
Yeah.
what you do.
Right. You just do it.
And then the same kind of patterns that happen with your family, you're noticing in your daughters of thinking that you're emotionally distant.
Yes.
Do you think the emotional distance between you and your mother had to do with the lack of communication?
I don't know. I mean, she just didn't seem very interested. I don't really know how to, I don't know how to answer that.
Did she ever talk to you about her feelings or your relationship or?
No.
If there were problems, like everyone's a teenager at some point, if you made a mistake or there were issues, like how did your mother or father address it? Did they acknowledge it? Did they talk to you about it?
I mean, you just fix it and then move on. Like, no, we didn't talk about it a lot.
So not a lot of communication.
Mm-hmm.
Do you notice yourself communicating with your daughters a lot about these kinds of things? Like when they're going through something or something's going wrong or they're doing something wrong, do you talk to them about it?
Well, no, I just tell them to fix it and then if they don't, then I fix it. Like, I just take care of it usually.
It sounds a lot like the relationship you have with your mother where you don't talk about it, you just do it.
Yes.
Do you want to communicate more with your daughters or?
Yes.
Because that sounds like the common thread between your relationship with your mother and your daughter's relationship with you is the communication style seems to be similar. Of you don't talk about it, you just do it. And it sounds wildly unintuitive to, you want a better relationship with someone? How about you get in a fight with them? How about you talk about what's going on with them? Because often when you don't communicate, you just do something, you're often a great way to avoid conflict, to avoid a fight, to avoid any sort of emotional entanglements. But it's also a great way to avoid emotional connection. And what I'm hearing from you is that you very much want emotional connection with your daughters.
Yes.
We can talk about interpersonal communication skills. We can talk a lot about conflict styles. We can continue to talk about your relationship with your parents and see where the difference is between you. But I think for you, it's going to be a lot of the very uncomfortable task of learning how to talk about your feelings and your daughter's feelings with each other. Does that sound? It sounds scary to me.
Yes, it does. It sounds really scary, but it sounds like something like, yes, like I think that's something that I would like to work on. Yes.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't want to work on it at all, but yes, I think that's something we should work on.
Often the thing that you want to work on the least is the thing that you most need to work on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would love to give you some handouts of intercommunication skills. We have a lot of stuff about parents communicating with their children. You'd be surprised how many people are in your situation. The boomer generation was not big on talking about feelings, and you kind of have to learn that stuff. It's not intuitive. You don't come out of the womb ready to talk about your feelings. You kind of have to learn it from someone. So we have a lot of books, a lot of literature to help you with exactly this problem. Let's just say there's been a lot of study on this. So I can give you a list of books to start, and we can start working on getting a more emotional communication style with your daughters. Does that sound like a good direction to go?
I won't have time to read a list of books, but yes, in principle, that sounds like a good way to go.
We can get you the Cliff Notes.
Okay, that sounds great.
We actually have pamphlets.
Great.
All right. So I would like to hear your summary of what we talked about today.
So I want to work on my relationship with my daughters, and what is important is that we're going to focus on communication.
That's a very good, very concise summary.
Thank you.
Yeah. I think this is a very productive direction to start to really make some progress. And I feel like, especially with your stick-to-itiveness and attention to detail and ability to get things done concisely, I feel like we can make a lot of progress pretty quickly.
That would be great.
All right. Well, it was very nice talking to you, Joan. I always enjoy our talks.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Okay. It's one of those things where you're just like,